Hey there, guys and gals. This is the X-Shot Max Attack and Hurricane combo pack. Back in the day, they had the two of these separately when they were in the original color scheme, but now they're together. And these are more of X-Shot blasters that actually use magazines, as you can see. So the magazines for these two guns are interchangeable. So you have 4, but it's for both blasters. Also, apparently comes with a target, which is new. That's cool. That's not usually in there. Usually just comes with this. It comes with cans, your targets, your 2 24 packs of darts, I'm pretty sure. Yep, so 48 total. These magazines supposedly hold 6 darts each, which does not seem correct. Oh, 6 cans. I'm just wrong. It's one thing I've been forgetting again more recently on these reviews is how many darts you get in the package. So this one has 2 24 packs of X-Shot darts. You have 4 magazines. Each magazine holds 10 darts. So you have 8 extra darts, which is a low ball for most X-Shot sets. Most X-Shot sets have a lot of extra darts left over, and it's not like I don't have extras, but they're good to have extra darts for. So we're just gonna rip this box open real quick, and I will see you guys on the other side. Okay, so what do you actually get in the package? When everything is done, you get a target, which is new. That's not usually part of the packaging. You get 2 24 packs of darts. You get 3 extra mags. 1 comes loaded in the system, so 4 total. And you get your Max Attack and your Hurricane. So what we're gonna do, one thing I'm not quite sure about, is I don't know if these magazines, 1, will work in Nerf blasters, and 2, if they'll take other kinds of darts. So I'm gonna grab my sling fire, which you saw I used last time. We're gonna prime it and see if one of these mags fits in here. No, it is not the right shape. You cannot use these mags with Nerf blasters. They are not compatible. That was number 1 on my list of things to check. They actually have instructions. So it says, 1, press trigger before reloading. 2, pull primer back. 3, press button to release clip. 4, reload darts. Put clip back in. Push primer forward. So, as you can see, both of these blasters have a button on either side. My thumb is currently covering it. But next to the trigger guard, there's a button on either side, which is there to release your magazine. So they want you to pull the trigger. They're actually wrong. So it is the same, even though it says press trigger before reloading. Ooh, this feels like a Chronos. I like that. It also looks a bit like the kickbacks, so I was kind of expecting when you pull the trigger for this to move, but it does not. They did add a door. I don't know if the original had this, but they had the door like a lot of the Nerf guns now have in case you get a jam up front. We're gonna take this mag and we're just gonna see real quick if it hits elite darts. You should only technically need 1. No, elite darts do not fit. I mean, you could probably jam them down in there, but they're not gonna load properly. So I'm not going to bother checking the AccuStrike or the waffle darts because they're generally speaking larger than elite darts. So there's a high probability that they don't fit either. If elite darts don't fit, don't try jamming the other darts in there. Especially AccuStrikes with the tips that are sticky, they'll be a problem. And waffle darts are just bigger in general. I'm not going to open these 24 packs. It's not happening. So instead, I'm going to pull out of my big old box of X-Shot darts, and I'm just gonna load up all these magazines. You guys, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Both the Max Attack and the Hurricane have this fake safety switch. You can't actually press anything on it, which is kind of lame. Hurricane has a stock, but unlike other stocks in the series, this one doesn't have storage for darts, which is a little lame. Let's see. The Hurricane also has the bay door in case you get a jam. It's also got, looks like 2 rails, but there really aren't anything that you would add to an X shotgun. They don't really have attachments. The only attachment I think for X shotguns realistically is the top of the Retaliator. That's pretty much it. But we're gonna load up some darts and make sure they fire. So it says press trigger before reloading. But when you have the trigger pressed, you can't prime the blaster. You have to let go and then you can prime the blaster. So basically I think they're telling you to check and make sure that you don't have any darts in the chamber, as opposed to that. But you definitely are loading this the way you normally load a gun with a magazine, or rather a blaster with a magazine. It's you prime first, then you can put the magazine in. So you just grab, up. Now there's one in the chamber, and we're just gonna fire off 10 shots to make sure everything is working right. And we're just gonna fire off the 10 shots. So when this one gets to the very last shot, you can actually hear the spring of the magazine, which is kind of nice. One thing I didn't get to check that I would like to check. The Hurricane, like the bay door here for the magazine is actually kind of hard to get stuff into. You like really got to line it up just right to get something in. I want to see if this has slam fire. It doesn't have slam fire because you can't hold the trigger. Yeah, if you hold one, well, no, you just need to hold one side. It's just for some reason the bay on the Hurricane is not that great, but it should just fall out. You don't actually have to pull it when you touch one of the magazine release buttons. Next up, we're going to switch to the Max Attack, which is a pretty nice sized pistol. It feels about as heavy as the Kronos. One of the things when I was shooting the Hurricane is I guess I touched the trigger too early and like the gun didn't know what to do. You actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I can't pull back now, and even when I let go I still can't pull back. I have to wait for it to realize that I've left the trigger. Like you have to stop holding it, stop pulling back before you can actually pull it. So we're going to prime, load up a mag. These mags are actually quite difficult to get in. It's not just the Hurricane, the Max Attack also. Getting it in there just right. It's actually, so as you can see, the outside here, like of the actual mag loader, goes out further than the rest of the blaster, or goes out further than the rest of the magazine. So it's kind of difficult. You gotta like wedge past that part. So it is not a smooth fit. We're just gonna do this easy peasy now. And we're just gonna fire off with 10 shots real quick. Remember, neither of these blasters have slam fire, which is kind of disappointing, but whatever. It's still a really good deal. I'm out of ammo. I'm gonna prime, and I'm just gonna tap the button. It didn't fall out that time. Does this one fall out in general? You gotta really get your aim on right. So I guess if it hasn't fired, there's a better chance of you being able to just, like, sometimes you can get it to fall right out. I guess you could hold the button and shake it if it doesn't fall out immediately, but yeah. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna roll over to the firing range, and I will see you guys and gals over there. Hey guys and gals, we're back on the range, if you will. I'm about 20 feet away, and I added the 3 new cans that we just got. So I'm gonna be firing the Hurricane first, and the Hurricane does appear to have some kind of sight. So we're gonna try and hit things from that. Again, it's a little too short stock-wise for me to use effectively, but for a child who doesn't have a long wingspan, this probably might be useful. I'm gonna try to hit the can, half a can, furthest to the left by looking down the sights. So let's see how well this goes. A bit to the right from the sight, let's try again. Low, very low. All right, I'm gonna try and wing it now. They're coming out low and to the right. That one came out to the left. All right, let's see if we can hit anything. Aiming for the cans in the center. Well, the full stack cans on the left side. The zombie in the middle bottom. I'll take that. That one was the closest so far to being straight. That one went up and curved. I wasn't aiming for that, but it looked like I was, and therefore it's cool. I believe I am out of shots. Nope, one left. That was a really cool. And now I'm out. Okay. So sights on that, horrible. Darts coming out every which way. Now we move on to the max attack, which feels a lot better for a pistol. Does it have a sight? Kind of has a sight. So I'll try using that to hit the top can in the last full stack standing with the sight. Let's see how well we do. I fired nothing. I fired nothing again. The last dart just fell out. So this magazine, not the best so far. I am having a little bit of trouble, probably because of the way it loads. Okay, it's up and in. No, it's not. There we go. I wasn't actually all the way up. That was my bad. So there's like a stopper again because of the way the magazine's top is built, that these do not go in smooth. So again, I'm gonna look down the sights, see if I can hit that top can, the final pile that's standing. Way down low. Down low and a little bit to the left. I'm gonna try again. Closer. I'm just gonna try and knock that stack down now. Low, real low. High. That one was dead on. All right, so this pistol has some getting used to, but once you have a general gist of where it's going, it almost always curves to the right. So if you aim it a little bit to the left of where you want, of course that one came out straight. I think it was the final shot. Nope, we're out. Has a little bit of a curve to it. So what do I think of the max attack and the Hurricane? Well, I wanted to get them to see if X-Shot could do magazines properly. And I thought it was cool if they come with a whole bunch of mags, especially if you're just gonna bring one of them into war. But I do not like how difficult it is to get the magazines in properly. That is, in my opinion, a design flaw. And as you can see there, like, there's another stop you have to get past. So I feel like a lot of people are gonna put it in, they're gonna get past the little edge, the bottom, get to the second part, and then they're just gonna get stuck. They're gonna prime it and think that they have a dart in the chamber, but they don't. I think they could have done a lot better on the magazines. They do have clips that work just fine. They just don't have a starting point. Like for the Swarm Seeker and the Retaliator, they take the same kind of clip, That one you could just leave it in and it'll slide and you can tell that it's working. It fits into the slot very, very well. These magazines don't fit into the slot very well. And it's just because of that tapered end. The Hurricane is much easier to get a magazine into, but it's a little unwieldy. It's pretty long. It feels like it should be a semi-auto or an automatic because it's so long. I actually like the feel of the Max Attack more. I feel like this is a better blaster, like feel-wise, but execution-wise, it's not that great. Still, for the price of getting these 2 blasters, 48 darts, a bunch of targets, it's a really good price, but it just doesn't feel right. Like, if you were chasing someone or someone was chasing you during a war, I would not want these to be my blasters of choice. Because, like, even if I had all 4 mags and I was just carrying the Max Attack, like, getting them in on the fly is going to be real, real hard. And, like, when someone's chasing me or I'm chasing someone else, I want to be able to be like, whoop, whoop, and just shove it in and have it work. In a lot of the cases with this guy, it is not right. Like, I don't want to have that every time someone's chasing me. Like, I'll be like, get in. I want to just be able to be like, and then grab one off my belt or whatever, my bag, and be like, snap, and then start firing. But with this, not so much. And the fact that the slide does not work if you're holding the trigger. And then even when you let go, it still doesn't work. You have to wait and then go. That is not going to be good on the fly. A lot of people who have this, if they're in a war, like in a battle scenario, they're going to be like, I can't do anything, and they're going to get hit. And so this is the first time I've been disappointed with something out of X-Shot, to be honest. I'm not disappointed that the darts are going everywhere. I'm used to that. But the unwieldiness of this one's magazines, that's very disappointing from you, X-Shot. That's very disappointing.